It's A-League Fridays. Let's go. It's A-League Fridays. Let's go. Costa's at the game already. Costa's at the Adelaide game right now. Guys, what's going on? My name's Lockie. This is Costa Football. And if you're new to the channel, this is where we talk all things A-League and Australian football. And you are tuning in at a great time because this is the biggest Friday night, or the biggest night, full stop, this season so far in the A-League men's season. I want to mention it because it's taken up a lot of space in the background. But check it out. We've got the new. It's hanging on the floor right now because I don't have it hanging up because there isn't quite enough room. But check it out on the floor. Beautiful Mariners framed jersey, signed jersey from when Mariners won the championship 10 years ago. 10 years ago. CCM season, of course, loves the nice new background. Can the Mariners do it again? Potentially with a win here tonight against Adelaide, they will put themselves in the second place and in a great position to make it to the grand final. Julian's here nice and early. Julian, how you going, man? Hope you're keen to see your Western United take on Perth Glory tomorrow night. We've got Troy here as well saying, go Mariners. And Costa, who was here just a moment ago, saying, I'm at the Adelaide game right now, which is always great when we have our live correspondents tuning in. If the last live watch along we did Brisbane, Sydney on Monday night, and it was really funny. We had someone from the Sydney FC away bay tuning in, and then someone in the middle of the Den. Who was it? Spencer? I can't remember who it was. Someone was tuning in from the Brisbane away bay. Active Bay, I should say. Troy says, hi, Lockie, so excited. This A-League. This is A-League at its best. It's coming home. Dude, fingers crossed. We've got the Mariners polo on. Very excited for tonight too, because this is the first Mariners watch-along we're doing for the season. We've been doing watch-alongs for the last month or so now. Plenty of Wanderers games. We've been doing a lot of course, the primetime games, a couple of Melbourne City games, Sydney derbies. But finally, time to watch my Mariners with you guys, which I'm very excited about. And not only, of course, we're watching Adelaide Mariners, but we will be keeping an eye on Melbourne City Wanderers. Let me know what your thoughts are on tonight's matchups. Drop your predictions in the chat. Tonight is going to be a bit chaotic, I reckon, just because of the amount of football that's going on. And we're keen for it, man. We are very keen for it. And give me a shout in the chat as well. Got Matthew here. Matthew saying, Wanderers 3-0 win easy. I love the confidence. For those that missed it, my predictions video that came out during the week, I tipped a Wanderers win too. I don't know what it is, but yes, City are at home and City are fantastic at home. But I've just got a feeling last game of the regular season, Wanderers in great form. They might get the win here. They might get the win. Melbourne City, people were suggesting that maybe Melbourne City might rest some players. They're not really resting players. If the only one that they may be resting is Matthew Leckie, he's on the bench again. And we'll take a look at the lineups across both games in just a second. Let me know in the chat too what game you're going to be paying attention to most. What game are you watching actively? I mean, it's pretty obvious for me, of course, Adelaide Mariners. Costa, who's live at Cooper Stadium, says Adelaide United for the win. Anthony's here, says come on City. Troy says I want to predict our game, but I feel a 2-1 Wanderers. Interesting, and I've seen it around actually on the socials. Like people are predicting a Wanderers win. It's and look, you get the sense now, aside from maybe Adelaide United, Wanderers are probably one of those sides that could really threaten Melbourne City. So I'm really curious to see how that game plays out tonight as well. So much that could go on tonight. Vegemite Lover, how's it going? Says, I reckon Wanderers win. Adelaide and Central Coast Mariners draw. Anthony coming in with a big 4-0 win for City. That would be a pretty big statement from Melbourne City, just to really silence. I wasn't going to say the critics because there's no real critics of City, but I guess silence the chasers, if you like. Like a lot of people thinking the Wanderers could sort of take it to Melbourne City potentially in a grand final. But if City were to get if City were to get a big win here, it would be a big statement. Julian, of course, West United fan, says last match of the season, last match seeing Diamanti, top of Stanley in the A-League. Hopefully a good result to end the season off. Then we can start rebuilding for next season. Of course, West United little bit performing below expectations this season. Of course, last year's champions still mathematically in with a chance to make the top six, but it is unlikely. And when was the last time Perth Glory were in finals? Last time Perth Glory in finals would have been 2019. 2019, of course, we had the Perth Glory Sydney Grand Final at the end of the 18-19 season. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they were in finals ever since then. I don't think so. I think that grand final was the last time we saw a Glory side play finals football. So yeah, man. Doug in the chat, how's it going? Says, wow, you have nearly 2K subs. I've been subbed since 250 subs. Dude, since the early days. Love to see it, Doug. And thanks so much, all you guys, for subscribing. Appreciate your support. And it's really heating up. So as we approach the end of the season, so I appreciate your support during this crucial time. Hey, Julian's coming in with some pretty high scoring predictions. Check it out. 3-3 City Wanderers. 4-3 Mariners win. Dude, that would be insane. That would be absolutely mental. That would be crazy. Too many goals to keep track of, hey? Laser Bat. What a name. Laser Bat in the chat says, my tips are Adelaide United win and City win, but anything could happen. That's the thing too. Like it's like, yeah, City are obviously premiers and everything, but like across both games, anything can happen. It's so true. So true. John in the chat says, Wanderers haven't won against City in Melbourne since 2015. There you go. I actually didn't know that. There you go. Anthony's pretty confident that his City boys will get the win here. Says Wanderers have no chance of winning. Vegemite Lover says, do we know when 3v5 and 4v6, 4v5, sorry, will be next week? Going to a wedding on Saturday, so hoping we finish second, but can guarantee 4v5 will be on Saturday night. Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that we'll find out some stuff maybe after tonight, maybe tomorrow. Of course, after tonight, the top four will be locked in. Of course, there's no way that Sydney and Fifth can catch fourth spot. So, yeah, we might find out tomorrow, hopefully. Doug says, as a City fan, I do think we will lose, though. 3-1. There we go. Interesting. Troy says, also subbed. Your content is always enjoyable. Appreciate it, Troy. Thank you very much. Jason coming in with his predictions. Says City 2 over Wanderers 1 and a 2-2 draw for Adelaide's Central Coast Mariners. And that was my prediction as well. So while I did predict a Wanderers win, for Adelaide Mariners, it's just hard to split because we have to expect goals, right? The two teams, Adelaide and Mariners, don't necessarily have the best defenses. So yeah, I'm sticking with that too. I'm sticking with the 2-2 draw. As much as I would love a Mariners win, and fingers crossed we can get over the line, but Adelaide at home, man, especially with Aaron Kunda. I mean, that's the thing. We learned that last week in that insane game, Perth 4, Adelaide 4, which for me was the craziest finish I've ever seen to an A-League game. Absolutely crazy. Aaron Kunda is unstoppable all the way to the end. Julian says, apparently Bayern Munich is coming down to Australia. That is the rumor that we have heard for a little while. I think Bayern Munich has been the main one that we've been hearing for the A-League All-Stars match that could be potentially happening in next month or so. So it'll be a big one. Have they been down here before? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Bayern Munich have been down here before. I could be wrong. Sydney Football TV, I'm going well, man. Good to see you here. Sky Blues, Sydney FC, finishing off the campaign pretty strongly. And I said it in my round recap video from during the week that Sydney FC, I feel like could be like this dark horse. I don't know. What do you guys think? Heading into finals, the Sky Blues are just like, they've been copping a lot of, I guess, banter and a lot of crap throughout the season for underperforming once again. But they're looking kind of good to finish off the campaign. So who knows? Maybe Sydney could cause an upset. Sydney Football TV says, yeah, Aaron Kunda will be heading off to Europe probably after next season or something like that. Yeah, he's got a bright future ahead of him, doesn't he? Jessica's predictions, 2-1 Wanderers over City and a 3-3 for Mariners. Love seeing these high-scoring predictions. Love it. So teams are in the tunnel right now. Good to see the Mariners in there. away Navy kit. Craig Goodwin shaking hands with his former Socceroo teammate, of course, Danny Vukovic, last month announcing his retirement from international football, potentially to be replaced. Well, indeed being replaced by Joe Gauci, the Adelaide keeper, of course. For those that don't know, Costa's tuning in live from Cooper Stadium. Costa, hope you're enjoying the vibe there. Says atmosphere is amazing. And from what it looks like, we're seeing some shots of the crowd on the broadcast. It does look like a bit of a vibe indeed, as the teams are coming out of the tunnel at Cooper Stadium. We've got the multi-screen setup, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy. Melbourne City Wanderers, the two teams set to come out of the tunnel as well. Moments away from kickoff. New Jets. Football's in here, says, dude, I've been so keen all day for these. Me too, dude. Me too. Strong lineup for Adelaide United tonight. Lockie Barr comes back into the starting lineup for the Reds, which is a big inclusion. So Popovic drops to the bench for Adelaide. For Central Coast Mariners, no changes to that starting lineup, which has been in good form of late. Dan Hall moves onto the bench in place of Bayless. So a little bit more experience there. Man, so many. I mean, when you look at this Mariners Adelaide game, there's so many attacking weapons for both sides. So many attacking weapons. CDFC Football says, fascinating how Harry McCarthy didn't get promoted. Like he was on fire last season. Yeah, he was a player that got some chances here and there in the first team a couple of years ago. Just never quite broke through. Some injuries didn't help him, that's for sure. But as Sydney Football says here, now plays for Manly. Doug says, hope Central Coast Mariners win. They're going to join City. I predict 1-0 Mariners. Of course, a Mariners win should well secure second place unless Wanderers come up with a big result. Moments away from kickoff. So keen for you guys and for us. What was I going to say? So I don't know. So keen for you guys. We are all keen together for what I'm sure is going to be an absolutely insane night of football. Hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Cummings, 16 goals for the season, as they're showing on the broadcast there. Of course, just one behind Daniel McBreen's Mariners record in a single season. McBreen in the championship season of 2013. Of course, we got the big framed jersey in the background, scoring 17 goals back in 2013. Oh, my goodness. My predictions for both games. I'm sticking with what I said in my predictions video during the week. So I'm going Wanderers win. Wanderers win over City. And I'm going Mariners and Adelaide to draw. I think is probably the fair prediction, 2-2. High scoring. Are you nervous for the match, dude? A little bit. A little bit. It's Adelaide United. You got to be nervous. It's Adelaide United. Hey, we are about to get underway here. We are about to get underway. We've got both games up in front of us. Let me know in the chat. What setup are you guys running? Are we watching all of these? Have you got me on YouTube on the phone as well? I've got a shot here of Drifters Wharf at Gosford. Mariners fans. Setup. Ready for this one? Jason Cummings. Eager to finish off the campaign strongly. Samuel Severa has been superb to finish off the regular season. 2 stunning goals against Jets last week. Here we go. And we've got kickoff. Kickoff at Cooper Stadium. Amy Park isn't too far behind. Adelaide Mariners underway here. Which game are you guys keeping an eye on? Let me know in the chat. Melbourne City Wanderers looks like there's some decent rain falling in Amy Park, but they are now underway as well. All right. Mariners getting some early possession here. Cooper Stadium looks packed, man. Plenty of fans at Coopers for this one. And of course, Adelaide United's fans have been superb all season. Ben Halloran almost breaking in behind. And for Wanderers, Melbourne City, 1 minute into that game. Target says Matt Leckie won't be winning the Alex Tobin medal. Yeah, look, if he hadn't picked up an injury, he probably would have picked up, the Johnny Warren medal as well, hey. But that injury kept him out for a while. 419 here says, hey, Lockie, makes my night when you're live streaming. Dude, thanks so much. It's very kind. KFR says, imagine if City lose 7-0 and still have to lift the trophy after the game. There is no chance the City will lose 7-0. Dude, if City lose 7-0 tonight, I don't know what I'll do. You guys will have to come up with a challenge for me or something, but there's no way City are losing 7-0 tonight. It'll never happen. I mean, the league's crazy, don't get me wrong, but I can't. That just won't happen. Adelaide Mariners. Decent start from the coast. But no chances just yet in either game. Both teams just getting a feel for it. Feel for the vibe. Big fan, Lockie. Thanks for tuning in, man. I've got a comment here just a bit early from Julian. So I'm nervous for Sunday. Of course, the A-League Women's Grand Final on Sunday. If you haven't seen my Women's Grand Final preview, check it out on the channel now. Or after this stream, massive game for Western United in the A-League Women's Grand Final. I reckon 2-0 Western win. Hannah Keane and Lagazo to score. Dude, it should be a good game. Western making the Women's Grand Final in their first ever season in the competition up against Sydney FC, who are now 6 consecutive Grand Finals. Wanderers with little chance early on here. Tom Glover has to claim it. Brianna Borello has been in fantastic form for the Red and Black. Just a few minutes into each game. 0 so far. There's a great chance. Was it Lyuni sneaking in? It was. So more Lyuni almost with a half chance for Wanderers early on. Four minutes into the Adelaide Mariners game, and still no side able to break past the defenses just yet, but both of these defenses have been leaking goals this season. Joel in the chat says, I've been looking forward to your stream for so long, lad. Dude, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good to see so many of you guys in here for this Friday night. Huge Friday night. Got the multi-screen setup. So much going on. Dude, I miss these. Takes me back to last season. Remember that last season we had the Saturday night primetime simultaneous kickoff, which I'm glad they don't do anymore, because it's nice just having one game to focus on for Saturday night primetime. Mariners looking to push forward here through Ballard. Ball into Cummings, just loses it. Central Coast seeing more of the ball in the early stages so far. Adelaide relying on some youngsters once again. They'll line up Jovanovic, Johnny Yule starting. Julian's asking, yo, when's the next episode of Brisbane Roar Career Mode? Later tonight. Later tonight, yeah. I was literally about to announce it, actually. Episode 2 of the Brisbane Roar Career Mode comes out after this live stream, after these games later tonight. So keep an eye out on the channel. But thanks so much for everyone who watched the first episode. We got a really great response from that, which is awesome to see. We're back on the FIFA A-League career modes, and we're doing a rebuild with Brisbane Roar. Second episode is out later tonight. Joel says, I'm a Sydney fan. I'm hoping Central Coast Mariners lose so I can do an away day. Dude, have you been to Central Coast Stadium before? Or Industry Group Stadium, as it's called now? Got to experience the palm trees and the sauce bottles. Let's go. Can't wait to watch. Cheers, dude. Appreciate the support, Julian. Glad you're keen for it. Melbourne City doing their classic Melbourne City thing, just pushing Wanderers back. We saw last week, Wanderers' defense was really strong, really solid. Kept Phoenix scoreless. Wellington Phoenix really fizzling out this season, which is a shame. We've looked at his last season at the club. Here's a chance for the Mariners. Marco Tulio's played this ball in behind, but won't find Benny. Meanwhile, Melbourne City on the attack. Mariners have won the ball hard the park. Cleared away by Warland. Dude, action. Chances happened at the same time in both games just then. So for me, the Mariners game is now at 7 minutes 20. 7 minutes 20. Who signed this shirt? Great question. It's just all the players, I think. It's all the players from, you can see down there, our new, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen here, got the Mariners 2013 championship signed jersey. Little chip from Silvera Fines Gauchi, which is a new addition to our backdrop. Yeah, it's all the players, so it's kind of handy. Some of them include their numbers there, so I can see. Wow, man, it's taken me back seeing some of those players. I mean, we even had like Miles Stajowski, who's now coaching MacArthur SC. Miles Stajowski, of course, was part of that championship winning side for the Mariners. Is it a match-worn shirt in the background? I don't think so. But it's a fantastic little piece of merchandise, that's for sure. Central Coast Mariners, again in a decent little position. Oh, Josh Nisbet has just sent the ball flying into the stomach of Isaias, who is down in agony. And, man, that was packing some power too. And they're just showing a little replay there of a little tug on Marco Tulio from a moment ago, Lockie Barr. No free kick awarded, of course. If Central Coast Mariners win, they will have a home final. That is indeed the equation. In fact, it looked like that ball hit SIS a little bit lower than the stomach. Have you ever asked for a player shirt? No, never done that. Wouldn't want someone's smelly shirt. I'm not much of a jersey collector, to be honest. Neon's in here. How's it going, mate? Says, hey, mate, how's the stream been tonight? Really nice. Really, really chill so far. That's right. That's right. Shipping up to Boston. I'm just going to call you Boston for short, unless you got another nickname you want to go by. Let's hope Mariners win indeed. Fingers crossed. Pretty even stuff so far in this City Wanderers game too. As the Mariners Adelaide game surpasses 10 minutes. And so far, Adelaide yet to create an opportunity. Mariners looking a little bit more dangerous, but that isn't saying much. They haven't really managed a shot on target just yet. Storm Rue on the ball for the Mariners. Storm Rue, the Kiwi right back, scored the last time Mariners played at Cooper Stadium, which was, of course, the elimination final from last season. Boston, we can work with that. Tan Lee says, Wanderers look dangerous. They do indeed. A couple little half chances here. Lyuni had that opening about 5 minutes ago. When's the last time Central Coast Mariners finished in the twos? Asks Doug. Great question. Goodness me, it's been a long time. It's been a very long time. We're going to come back to that because here's Marco Tulio cutting inside and striking. And too much power on that from Tulio. First real shot of the game, and that's flown high. But a nice little move there from Michael Tulio, rolling it past Isaias and found the space. Been very good pickup for Mariners this season. But Doug asking a moment ago, when's the last time Mariners finished in second? If anyone knows, throw it in the chat. But last time Mariners finished in the 2, it would have been 2012-13, right? It would have been 10 years ago. Surely it would have been 10 years ago. I think. Last year Mariners finished what? 5th, right? Mariners finished 5th or 6th, 5th or 6th. We had an away elimination final. That's all I remember. Meanwhile, we had a shot on target in the City game. It was Marco Tilio. So Marco Tilio forcing a good save out of Lawrence Thomas. So a good opportunity in that game for Melbourne City. Wow. Joel says, I think both will be low scoring. All teams seem nervous. And it must be interesting for the players too, because this is the first time this season, really, that both of these clubs would have been playing a game at the same time as their rivals. And there's almost, I wonder if at halftime, they'll be getting updates in terms of what's going on in the other game. I don't think so, really, actually. I mean, it's, for Adelaide Mariners, they both just really need a win. Adelaide need a draw, and that should be all right. Unless Wanderers win. "13 minutes into the Mariners-Adelaide game." Boston just a moment ago asks, any of these on 10 play? None of these games on 10 play, which is disappointing because it would have been great. And kind of surprising too, because we've only got the one game on 10 play this week, being the Saturday night primetime game between Melbourne Victory and Brisbane Roar, which isn't necessarily a highlight of this weekend with both of those teams out of finals contention. And they've just shown a shot of the lights above the grandstand at Cooper Stadium, and there's some heavy rain coming down at Coopers. Not doing much to deter the strong crowd over there at South Australia, which is great to see. Adelaide United fans showing up in force, of course. Mariners definitely finding more of the possession here at Cooper Stadium. Looking to control the game. Don't want to let the Reds play. And I like this youthful partnership that the Reds have up top in Johnny Yule and Luka Jovanovic. Jovanovic getting on the score sheet last week against Glory. Joel says, I honestly think Ruden will purposely lose so they can play Sydney, which they will win. We would love, dude. How good would that be? How good would a Sydney derby be? An elimination final Sydney derby, Combank Stadium. And of course, I mean, it would be extra special because, of course, the last Sydney derby played at Parramatta, Sydney FC won. Melbourne City really now settling on the ball after Wanderers had a decent early start. Tan Lee says, love this season with a lot of young players. Plenty of young players getting a good run across the league. Dude, look at Cooper Stadium right now. It is bucketing down. It's not often that you can really tell how strong rain is on a broadcast, but at Cooper Stadium, it is pouring. Which May or may not affect the game. Another foul. A little bit of a competitive start in this Adelaide City game so far. Chance for Melbourne City maybe on here. City have won the ball half the park, but it breaks down quickly. Newey Jets says terrible weather in Adelaide. Dude, it's crazy, isn't it? You can see how much it's coming down. Adelaide on the attack now. Goodwin looking to find the run of Halloran. It's cut off. Newey Jets says, good start for Central Coast Mariners, especially the high press. Not allowing Adelaide to have too much of the ball tonight. And Boston says, good luck tomorrow to Newey. Newcastle Jets taking on Sydney FC tomorrow. Jason Cummings. Well done, kiddo. Well read. Another solid season from Ryan Kiddo, left back for Adelaide. "17 minutes into the Wanderers City game. Wanderers have a corner. Headed clear. And we're now 18 minutes into the Adelaide Mariners game. Newey Jets says, cheers, man, it's technically possible to make finals, but very, very slim chance. Indeed it is. Indeed it is for Newcastle Jets. There is the tiniest of chances, but they need things to go their way, and it is so unlikely. If they did, it would be the most insane final round we've ever seen. Adelaide inside the box to Rigo. We're going to see the first corner in this game to Adelaide United. Dorigo sneaking into the box. Joel's reckon Aaron Kunda's going to come on for a 96-minute winner. I said it before the game. You get to be on your game to the very final whistle. We learned that last week with Aaron Kunda. Interesting stat on the broadcast. Goals from corners. Adelaide have 13 this season. Goodwin's outswinger. Falling for bar. And Mariners will clear. There you go. Didn't know that. Adelaide United. Highest scorers from corners. Jessica asks, what do you think teams 15 and 16 should be? For me, there's two that are there's two obvious choices, and those are Tasmania and a second Queensland team. So after Canberra and Auckland, which I do like the expansion of Canberra and Auckland. I think they're good choices. But Tassie and Gold Coast would be fun. Spencer's in the chat, says, hello, mate. How are you doing? Sorry I'm late to the stream. No worries, man. Good to see you here. Mariners looking to get in behind again. That's a bit too heavy. 20 minutes in, Central Coast Mariners unable to break down the Reds' backline so far. City on the front foot. Here we go. Melbourne City. Decent strike. That's on target. Good save, Lawrence Thomas. So Melbourne City probably creating more chances so far. 20 minutes into their game as well. Andrew Naboot with the most recent shot on goal. "20 minutes in. 20 minutes into these games. No goals yet. But we might have one now for City. City looking dangerous. Testing this Wanderers backline. Wanderers the best defense in the league, of course. Best defense in the competition. Borello's just... Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, dude. Borello has just almost scored from 60 meters out. Tommy Glover has a smile on his face Brandon Barella just almost scored from 60 meters out. Went for the long range strike. Oh, I thought I was going to go over him for a second there. Here's a replay of this Barella long range strike. My goodness. He was in his own half and went for it. Dude, it was a fair try too because Glover was out. Glover was out. VL says, hi, Coach. You love your work. Thanks, man. Do you remember when Lee Broxton played for the Socceroos? Goodness me. Did that ever happen? It would have been a long time ago. I don't recall that. HRE's in here. How's it going? Chancey for Adelaide. Johnny Yule. Another corner. Deflection off McGarry. So Adelaide really growing into this game now. Looking dangerous. Johnny Yule with a few consecutive starts now in that number 10 role for Adelaide. Sydney Football's asked for a score prediction tomorrow for Sydney Jets. I'm sticking with my prediction. In my prediction video, I did Sydney win. Sydney win. I think I said 3-1. Yeah. It's corners for both in both games here. Adelaide have a corner, and it's dealt with by the Mariners. City's corner, dealt with by the Wanderers. Mariners breaking forward on the counter-attack. Tulio chips it over, and Mariners hit the lead. Marco Tulio in fantastic form silences the Coopers crowd. Let's go. The Brazilian, the Mariners traveling fans celebrating the away bay. Let's go, Tulio. Beautiful chip, fantastic counter-attack. And we've got the first goal tonight. It's the Central Coast Mariners. Fantastic counter-attack. The ball played across from Cummings was perfect. And just the chip, dude. The chip over Gauchi, fantastic. And that was a difficult pass from Cummings. It was a difficult pass because he was running sideways. Had to get that one across. Well done. Wow. Huge. Huge moment. Mariners take the lead. Newey Jets also agrees, highlighting that great pass from Jason Cummings. 8th goal of the season for Michael Tulio, who's been a great pickup. Great replacement for Michael Orenia, who left last season. We love it. So Mariners hit the front, which was important too, because Adelaide in that last 5 minutes were looking threatening. Couple corners looking dangerous. That's right. If we were at Central Coast Stadium, we'd be hearing the cannon. Free kick. Tulio wins the free kick in a decent area. Isaias committing the foul. Meanwhile, City have a penalty shout, and they've got it. Melbourne City have won a penalty here. Morgan Schneiderlin committing the foul. Was that inside the box? I think it was. So Melbourne City with a penalty. So we could potentially see our second goal of the night. Andrew Naboot slipping. It was raining in Melbourne. This is the slippery surface contributing to it. Morgan Schneiderlin committing the foul on Andrew Naboot. Wanderers players protesting. VAR potentially having a look. It was hard to tell whether there was like a slip or not, you know? I don't know what you guys think. Oh, did he slip? I missed it. I literally just missed it. I looked away for a second. VAR, they are having a look though. 25 minutes into each game. Joel just a moment goes to Sydney, honestly, dark horses if Rodwell is fit and they are in such good form. Yeah, man, Rodwell coming back and playing well. It's good. Oh, they're having a check. They're having a VAR check. I'll be honest, I missed that second replay. Was it a foul? We'll have another look here on VAR as Adelaide have a shot. Saved by Vukovic. Kiddo strike. So here's a replay. Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, there's contact. There's, dude, I don't know if it's enough to be deserving of a penalty. Oh, dude, I don't think it's a penalty. What do you guys think? It's hard to say, but I don't think so. No penalty. City's penalties rubbed off, and I think that's the correct decision. Mariners pushing forward again. Cummings in the box. Dealt with by Wall, and good chance again for the Mariners. After that goal, Central Coast getting into some good positions. Lucas says, I'll be in Newcastle on the day Sydney FC versus Newcastle at a Newcastle bar. And judging by your photo, you're a Sydney FC fan. Wow, what are the chances? They're showing a replay of that little half chance for Cummings. Good opportunity. Look at the scenes at Drifters Wharf. Mariners fans celebrating. Adelaide looking to create an opportunity through Goodwin. Goodwin still chipping it. Oh, great chance. Halloran just didn't get his positioning right there. Very easy question, this one to answer. Very easy question to answer. Sydney Football asks, what is your favourite stadium? Home of the mighty Central Coast Mariners. Industry Group Stadium, as it's now called. Palm trees, sauce bottles. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. So as it stands, Yellow and Navy. Mariners are in second. Plenty of time remaining in both games, of course. If Wanderers were to get a big win, and if Mariners were still to win by 1 goal, could potentially look a little bit different. We'll see. That's right, Sauce Bottle Stadium. Is the OSM City Terrace Boys and Western Service Crew allowed in the central in the coast, mate? Look, I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure City away fans and Western fans are, but I can't remember what the ruling was on Victory fans. I think that's ending. Or did it already end, dude? I don't even know. That's right, Joel. Joel says Adelaide have to take the game to Central Coast Mariners now. They're behind at home. And half an hour in. Troy says the nerves are kicking in. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with the early goal. When you get that early goal, so much time for the opposition to chase and get one back. Now Mariners have to defend. But what a huge moment it would be for the Central Coast if they were able to secure second place on the ladder. Ava's in the chat watching the Wanderers game. Yeah, Melbourne City so far, we're probably looking like the strongest side. Great chance for Adelaide. Dude, we were just watching the City Wanderers game. Adelaide breaking away. Vukovic with a great save against Jovanovic. Almost missed it too. Goodness me. And as we're seeing in the City game, Mark Attilio with a bizarre slip there on the turf. I'm just checking the goal difference again. So Wanderers currently have a goal difference of 17. Mariners a goal difference of 18. So if Wanderers were to win, Wanderers would have to win by at least 2 now to get second. Because Mariners would be ahead on goals 4. Doug, you're back. I think you missed a Mariners goal. Mr. Mariners goal. Melbourne City had a penalty shout too, but that was waved away by VAR. Sydney says, "Can you go to every A-League stadium around the country and rank them?" That series, the series will go nuts. Dude, that would be a lot of fun. It'd be very expensive with the travel costs. Maybe we can start up like a GoFundMe or something. That would be great fun though, and it would be good to maybe wait until West United get their stadium up. Cummings, great save, Gauchi. Jason Cummings with a shot, forcing a save out of his Socceroos teammate Joe Gauchi. Good chance. How did he find that pocket of space, Jason Cummings? Spencer's coming in with his predictions half an hour into these games. Says City 1, Wanderers 1. Adelaide 2, Central Coast Mariners 1. Says, sorry, bro, your encounter's too good. I'm scared, dude. When he enters the field, man, Mariners fans are going to be very nervous. Very nervous indeed. First corner of the match for Mariners. Tulio's delivery's decent. Headed away. Silvera's won the foul. Rads fans aren't happy. Chris Beath awarding another foul against Isaias. That's a couple of fouls now for the Spaniard. Just got to be careful. And I think some of the Mariners players there asking for a yellow card for Isaias. So that's 2 or 3 fouls now already. Speaking of stadiums, Troy can't wait to go to Optus Stadium in July for the West Ham game. Of course, 2 Premier League sides coming to Australia in July, and Tottenham and West Ham heading to Western Australia. That's right, Spencer. The way Iran Kunda comes on and has an impact every time, it's like a cheat code. He's that good. Lucas says, can you sign Patrick Wood? Rumours are he will sign for Brisbane Roar. So can you go sign him in the career mode? Fair suggestion. We might have a look at that. I think we shortlisted him. I think I shortlisted him in my list of strikers, actually. But that would be interesting. Looking for some more game time, perhaps, Patrick Wood. Silvera looking to chip it up. And Kalolo. Adelaide can break away here. But it breaks down quickly for them. Meanwhile, Wanderers have a decent spell of possession. Mariners with the high pressure here. Cummings in the box. Onside. And Kalolo crosses. And Dorigo clears. So Adelaide under pressure here. Well done, the Central Coast. It's good to see. Mariners haven't backed off. Mariners haven't backed off after scoring. They haven't sat back. Are you going to do a FIFA 23 career mode? Yes, we have begun it. We've started a Brisbane Roar career mode. First episode came out last week, and the next episode is coming out tonight after this live stream. So in a couple hours' time, check the channel, and episode 2 of the Brisbane Roar career mode will be out. Doug's coming in with a prediction. Says Wanderers will win. They'll score 1 before halftime. City have looked like the more likely to get on the score sheet so far, but A couple half chances for Wanderers. Nothing too clear cut just yet. Spencer says, as your Roy expert, I recommend you sign Nanny since he's a free agent now in career mode. Your assistant coach, that's right. I guess all you guys are the assistant coaches when it comes to the career mode, hey? And in the next episode after this coming one, we will be doing a jumping into the transfer window. So let me know if you've got any player signing suggestions. Chance for Adelaide. Caltuck cuts it out. And Wanderers have a free kick in a good position here after a Geordie Boss handball. So chance here for the Wanderers late on in this first half. And it looks like is that Morgan Schneiderlin stepping up to it. Why Brisbane Roar, asks Joel. They're a team that I think really desperately needs a rebuild. And we wanted to bring back Charlie Austin. So spoiler alert, we signed Charlie Austin to bring him back to the club. Wanderers. Oh, great save, Glover. Dude, Tom Glover keeping this game scoreless. Well done, the city keeper. Lucas says sign Patrick Wood. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Doug says, yes, City looking better, but Wanderers known for scoring against the flow. They almost had a good opportunity there, didn't they? Chance brewing for the Mariners, though. Again, pushing the Reds back. Silvera chipping it over the top. Nisbet in the box. Cummings. Oh, great save, Gauchi. What a chance. Jason Cummings has to score there. What a chance, dude. Third save of the game already. Sorry, second save for Gauchi. It's 3 already for Vukovic. What an opportunity for Cummings. Well done, Nisbet in the box. Oh, he has to score there, dude. He has to do better. Great opportunity, man. What a chance. Dude. Boston says Western Sydney Wanderers showing teams that anyone can beat City. They're taking it to him. They're certainly taking it to him so far, but yet to get on the score sheet. Jason Cummings with a great opportunity just a moment ago to make it 2 for the Mariners, which would have been a huge buffer heading into the second half. Central Coast again looking to get down the left-hand wing. Silvera, great run, cutting in, shooting near post. Poor decision. He had 3 players central and he went himself. I know he did it last week, but Gauchi had that near post covered. Disappointing. You get the sense, we know that Adelaide love to come back strong in second halves. You get the sense that 1 goal isn't going to be enough for the Mariners tonight. Is the first round of finals next week? Indeed it is. Elimination finals get underway next week. So keep an eye on plenty of content around that as well. Spence, I'm just seeing a comment from a moment ago regarding our Brisbane Roar Karimo. Says you should bring Petratos to Raw. I see here, O'Shea being attacking mids since Charlie Austin won't score. That's right. We've signed Charlie Austin, but he's struggling to score. Here comes Nkololo. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Benny makes it 2. Mariners up 2-0. What a strike. What a goal. Benny Nkololo. Incredible. The Frenchman does it again. He loves scoring at Cooper Stadium, and Mariners are up 2-0. And Nkololo with the space and the driving strike. What a finish. Let's go. Let's go. Past the outstretched hand of Joe Gauchi, and it's been coming. It's been coming for the Mariners. Cummings with a chance. Silvera and Benny Nkololo. Super strike. Mariners have 1 foot in the semi-finals. Huge. Wanderers have scored. Well, I say Mariners have one foot in the top two. Not unless Wanderers have something to say about it. Brandon Borello has just scored against the reigning premiers. Goals everywhere. And that's the wonderful thing of doing these simultaneous watch-alongs. Brandon Borello has just scored for Western Sydney Wanderers. Wanderers are up against Melbourne City. Liuni brought the ball forward. Fantastic dribble from Liuni, feeding it through for Borello. And the left-footed finish past Glover. Easy. Mariners coming forward again. Nisbet's in the box. Chance. Tulio. Oh. Central Coast Mariners hungry for 3. This has been a superb half for the Mariners. And both of these games, the first halves finishing with a bang. Oh my goodness. That's right. It's been Cummings indeed. A goal fest, says Jason. 2 goals in quick succession across both games. Mariners are up 2-0 at Coopers. And the Wanderers have a first half lead against the Premiers. And that's right, Mr. T. Let's send Adelaide 4th. As it stands, Adelaide United, who have, for much of the campaign, looked like the second best side in the competition, could be finishing 4th, behind Mariners, behind Wanderers. Huge advantage for Central Coast. And we said it literally just a moment before that goal was scored for the Central Coast that you really felt like they needed that second goal. One definitely wasn't going to be enough. But anyway, Adelaide have a corner now. Goodwin outswinger. Doesn't find a teammate. Tulio clears. Halloran back inside to no one. This has been a disappointing half for the home side here. Adelaide United struggling. Fortnite Troll says Adelaide are really got to sort out their defence. We've been bad defensively for years, and it's becoming a joke now. It's letting them down, isn't it? And it could be letting them down at a crucial point in this final game of the regular season. If West Sydney Wanderers wins and Central Coast wins, will goal difference matter? So as it stands right now, and we'll have a look at halftime. We'll have a look at the ladder at halftime. As it stands right now, Mariners are ahead by 1 on goal difference. But even if Wanderers score a second, Mariners are still ahead because Mariners have more goals for. More goals for. So if Wanderers score again and go 2-0, which would be crazy, it'll be all about goals for, in which Mariners have the advantage. So as it stands, Wanderers would need to win 3-0 to finish second. Jovanovic with the strike, it goes wide. Adelaide have had their chances, but Mariners defensively have stayed strong. Melbourne City coming forward. A chance later on the half for City. Great run. Can't find a teammate. Was it Tilio? Great run. It was indeed. Dude. Crazy stuff. Crazy finish to this half. And they're showing the shots of the Mariners fans at Drifters Wharf. Great vibes there at Drifters. Joel's running with the prediction of Nestori in the 96th minute to make it 4-2 to Adelaide. Imagine that. I don't know, dude. Mariners looking strong. Look, Adelaide will come back with a fight for sure. Adelaide are for sure going to find a goal in this game. We just know it. It's going to be a matter of whether Mariners can hold on and keep this momentum up because they've been playing well this half. Cummings in the box. Jason Cummings plays it back. Meanwhile, we've got a yellow card in the Wanderers game. Liuni picks up a booking. No worries, Boston. Dude, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it greatly. Next watch along we're doing, guys, if you want to catch it, is the A-League Women's Grand Final on Sunday afternoon. We'll be live from 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we're moments away from halftime. 2 minutes of added time in the first half in the Adelaide Mariners game. And 2 minutes as well for the Wanderers City game. Get your questions ready. We'll do a little bit of a Q&A session in the chat at the halftime break. 22 people in the stream. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Julian in the chat saying, Lockie, apparently Ross Aloisi could be announced as Brisbane Roar head coach according to football. There you go. That would be interesting. Says Aloisi derby next season. Wouldn't that be fun? Ross Aloisi any good? He's got plenty of experience in Australian football, mostly as an assistant. Cheers, Sydney football. Appreciate it, mate. And that's right, Spencer says, just play Mariners for the Roos at the 2026 World Cup. So there's a shot of Carl Vert here on the bench, and he doesn't look too pleased about his side's performance so far. Michael Tullio taking on a couple Adelaide defenders. Loses out to Lockie Barr. Almost half time. If you guys have any questions or anything, get them ready in the chat. We'll have a bit of an A-League discussion. We'll have a look at some of the games coming up, and as well as the ladder. Plenty to discuss. Here's the ladder how it stands. Mariners jumping into second place. And it is halftime between Mariners and Adelaide. Central Coast with a 2-goal lead. Huge advantage. And it's now halftime of the Wanderers City game too. So it's the away teams with the victory, holding victory at the moment. Oh, dude, we had a crazy finish. Absolutely insane finish to that half with 2 goals in quick succession. The away sides are successful so far. Brandon Barella getting that late goal for Wanderers against City. So Melbourne City with work to do in the second. But despite that lead for the Wanderers, Melbourne, it is Central Coast Mariners who are currently sitting in second place on the ladder. Second place. Will it stay as it is here? We will soon find out. All right, let's jump to the chat. What are we saying? What are we thinking? Troy says excellent half. Excellent half indeed. And that's right, Q&A time. So any talking points, any questions, let's throw them in. Speaking of that Brisbane Roar coach just a moment ago, Spencer says, to be honest, I don't mind Nick Green. I reckon we'd get better if he had more time. Definitely would love to see him coach a second division team. And look, he's done a decent job. You know, to be fair, he's done a decent job. Just give me a second here, guys, as I refresh the camera. Nick Green's done a decent job. I mean, before losing that game at Suncorp, they had a 100% win record at home, Brisbane Roar. And that was credit to Nick Green doing a decent job, just fixing some little things up. I mean, yeah. Do you think Marcel Canardi is good? Well, we just haven't seen enough of him. We haven't seen enough of Marcel Canardi, have we? So it's hard to say. We don't know. We don't know if he is or not. Corica in or out? Corica out for me. Corica out. Having said that, I mean, Sydney FC are 5th and could make a decent charge in the finals. But I think Sydney need to freshen up. Who would you get to coach Brizzy? I mean, Ufuk Talay would be a great pickup for Brisbane. Would love to see what he could do there. But look, if Ross Aloisi the one is the one that's being rumoured, then I think that's a decent pickup as well. Ross Aloisi has plenty of knowledge of the Australian football system. The Bo Show in the chat asks, do you think Cummings will score this game? I think it's going to be difficult for Mariners to get another goal in this game. I think Adelaide are going to come out firing. So he had a great chance in the first half, but I think it'll be tricky for Cummings to score for the remainder of this game, to be honest. Least favourite stadium in the league. I can't really answer that because I haven't been to all of them. And some teams don't even have a home stadium, Western United. That's right. The only coach that Brizzy needs, Mr. Coastwatch. And of course, we have indeed taken over Brisbane Roar, funnily enough, in our career mode. Episode 2 of the Brisbane Roar career mode is coming out after this live stream in a couple hours. So keep an eye out for it on the channel. Get Daniel Margush. I assume you're mentioning Margush there as your Brisbane Roar goalkeeper. That would be interesting. Margush, the backup keeper at Wanderers at the moment. I think Jordan Holmes is doing a decent job at the current minute. Dano in the chat. Who gets player of the season? Probably going to be Craig Goodwin, isn't it? 11 goals, 10 assists. Got to be Craig Goodwin, yeah? Rate Michael Tulio's goal out of 10. Dude, 9 out of 10 for sure. Fantastic chip. Superb chip. Superb chip from the Brazilian. Just got braces. They hurt so much. Dude, hope you're doing all right, man. Central Coast Mariners and Raw rivals? Well, no, but there is a little bit of there was especially a rivalry in the early 2010s after the two sides met in the 2011 Grand Final. So after meeting in that Grand Final, there was a little bit of a rivalry there, and I remember that vividly, man. When Brisbane Roar came back late to famously win that Grand Final on penalties, crazy. Mariners have a 2-goal lead in this game too. Hopefully, the same thing doesn't happen. And there we go. Literally, as soon as I say that, Spencer says 2-goal comeback. Enrique. Bartolou. Just remember Simon Hill's commentary just ringing in my head. Bartolou, 2-2. Right? That's how it goes, right? When Bartolou scores that header right at their death in that grand final. Bartolou, 2-2. Just a couple of years before that grand final behind me. Anyway, what else are we saying here? Adam in the chat says, mate, as a Coastie fan, we need another goal or two for security. But if Mariners do finish second, which I hope is an elimination final, or if we lose in the semis, do we get another chance? So for those that don't know, and I'll tell you, we'll pull up the ladder to help explain this as well. So for those that finish in the top 2, get a week off in the first week of finals and go straight to the semi-finals. And there is no second chances in finals. So Melbourne City and Mariners, as it stand, will be the 2 semi-finalists, and they will be playing the winners of the elimination finals. Now, the elimination finals, I'm so happy I got this ladder here to explain this. So, elimination final, as it stands, will be 3v6, which is Wanderers hosting Phoenix, and then 4v5, which would see Sydney FC return to Adelaide United. They were there just a month ago. Adelaide hosting Sydney, and then the winners of those 2 matchups, the highest ranked winner would take on Mariners, and the lowest ranked elimination final winner would take on Melbourne City in a 2-legged semi-final series. So look, I mean, anything can happen in that elimination finals, but say Wanderers and Adelaide win their elimination finals, that would, for example, mean an Adelaide-Melbourne City 2-legged semi-final, which would be a repeat of last season, and then a Wanderers Mariners. Dude, that would be crazy. A Wanderers Mariners 2-legged semi-final would be nuts because all of their matchups have been so crazy this season. Oh my goodness, dude. Crazy. Pano in the chat says, do you see Glory making finals football? No. I mean, look, I'd love to see it just because it'd be a great story for Perth Glory after bouncing back from their terrible season last year and Ruben Zakovic's first full season in charge. But I don't. The big reason why is because MacArthur are the team that are playing Wellington Phoenix. Even though Phoenix have been struggling for form of late, I think Phoenix will defeat MacArthur. And let's have a look at the games coming up tomorrow. No Sunday games. Of course, we've got the A-League Women's Grand Final on Sunday, which we'll be doing a live watch-along for. But Perth Glory will be hoping that they'll need 3 points against West United if they want to have any chance of playing finals. They'll know. The good thing for Perth is that they'll know the situation heading into that game because the MacArthur-Phoenix game kicks off 5 hours before that. So there you go. Costa's Cooper Stadium right now says, we've been so bad. Dude, it's been surprising. It's been surprising from Adelaide. I've been surprised. They've struggled to contain Mariners. Let's zoom in here. We've got Macarthur Phoenix kicking off at the same time as Sydney Newcastle tomorrow. Newcastle with the tiniest chance of playing finals football. It will be difficult. I think Sydney will get the win in that game. Potential battle for the wooden spoon here. Victory, Brisbane Roar. Victory should get the win. And then I think Glory should win at home against Western United. Western, the reigning champions, have struggled this season. They have struggled. All right, what else are we saying in the chat? Julian, which player do you think Western United should sign for next season? What player do I think Western United should sign for next season? Maybe someone different, like a Patrick Wood. We were talking about Patrick Wood a bit earlier. Maybe some players that aren't really getting enough game time. Adrian Segicic from Sydney FC, maybe not getting enough game time at the Sky Blues. Yeah, man. Another attacking player I think would be good for Western. What else are we saying here? Spencer's coming in with his predictions for the remaining games this round. Says Wellington 2-0 of Macarthur. Predicting a Sydney 3-1 win over Newcastle. Raw 1, Victory 1. I could see that happening. Glory 2, Western 2. I could see that happening too. Yeah. Anything can happen in those games. A lot of bottom six sides, of course, involved. Not too long until the second half gets underway. Lupane should sign for Western United. That would be an interesting one. Alessandro Lupane, the midfielder. Probably not getting as much game time as he would have hoped for at Western Sydney Wanderers. It's tricky though. They've got so many good players. In my opinion, Western Sydney Wanderers have the best squad depth in the entire competition. It's terrifying. When you see that Oli Bozanic has barely played for them this season, that just goes to show how good their squad depth is. Sydney Football, I just asked this question a moment ago. Who would you support if there was no Central Coast Mariners? No one. I would be neutral. I would be neutral, man. Which would be great fun. I think following this league as a neutral would be so much fun. It really, really would. Falami needs to be Patrick Wood's replacement. If he leaves Sydney, to Sydney to sign Falami, that'll be interesting. A little bit of a different player, but yeah, it'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Spencer says, Coast, what should I challenge you to a FIFA game? Raw v Mariners. I've always wanted to do that, play with viewers and stuff. That'd be fun. Of course, that reminds me, we've got the Brisbane Raw episode 2 of the Cream Mode coming out after this live stream. So check the channel later tonight. Episode 2 of the Brisbane Raw Cream Mode's coming out. Very excited for that one. You went AWOL for a minute, Coast Watch. We did indeed, Max. We took a break for a while, but good to be back. At a crucial time too, at the end of this season. If you look at the beginning of the season, the bench for Western Wanderers till today, it's different. It is a little bit different. I mean, they've had some changes here and there. I mean, Layuni's arrived. Suleiman Kripic has left the club as well. They had some injuries early on, I know, Wanderers. Adam, big question. How far do you think Mariners will make it into the finals, champions, hopefully? Look at if we can hold on to this win against Adelaide and claim second place, there's a great chance that Mariners will be in the grand final. There's a great chance. Look, honestly, I think if Mariners win tonight, I think we're favourites for the grand final, ahead of Wanderers and Adelaide. I think so. What happened to your Central Coast Mariners gig? Stepped down from the Mariners last year, but had a great experience working at the club. Buzzing for the new Career Mode episode, Neon. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it ends with a lot of fun too. Without spoiling it. Plenty of games coming up. And we play all the way until just before the January transfer window. Who do you reckon Sydney will sign? Maybe another marquee. Joe Lolly and Robert Mack have been decent. Depends how they go. Depends how they go in finals. I reckon Wanderers will win. City will come back strong, man. They'll be disappointed. They'll be down at home for sure. SB4's in the chat. How's it going, SB4? Long time no see. So second half, just set to get underway. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I'm going to go fill up the water. In the meantime, let's have a glance at the ladder, and we'll be underway for the second half in just a moment. Come on, you yellow. Come on, you yellow. Have we got a snack update? We've got snack updates. Drop your snack updates in the chat. We've got Troy, random comment, but snack update. I'm eating barbecue Pringles. Love it. What else we got here? Spencer's got the palmy and chips. Love it. Love it, man. Max asks, have you been watching all the All Access episodes? I've watched most of them. There's some that I've still yet to catch up on. But it's been great. It's been great. Okay, fast. Damn, bro, you got water fast. Yeah, man. My kitchen is like just around there, just around this wall behind you guys. So yeah, just around the corner. Tarnley's got the bar of chocolate. Chance for Adelaide only in the second half. George Blackwood has scored. No, is it called off? It's ruled off for offside. Well, almost the dream start to the second half. George Blackwood off the subs bench and straight in. Wow, that would have been a crazy start. Offside. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely offside. Oh, actually, is James McGarry at left back playing him on? He's probably just off. But, dude, and he just poked it through Vukovic. Vukovic would be disappointed that he didn't save that. But just a little warning sign for the Mariners, man. Wow. Cookies and milk. Fruit salad, dude. Love it. Football tomorrow. Shout out to everyone. Shout out. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys playing football tomorrow? I know some of you guys still play football. Still play football. What am I saying? Of course you guys play football. Another chance here for Adelaide, rather. So we had a couple substitutions. So here's the substitutions for Adelaide. Plenty of subs. So Aaron Kunda's onto the field. Ethan Naligic and George Blackwood. So Johnny Yule is off. Man, we're going to keep track of these subs. Meanwhile, the City Wanderers game is underway 1 minute into that second half. So Aaron Kunda's on the right wing. You can see him there. And he's broken past down the right. Aaron Kunda. Good delivery. Can't find a teammate. So here is the test. Huge second half here. Can the Mariners contain Nestori Irankunda, the impact player? What a fantastic player he is. Dude, they're showing that offside call again. They've got the lines there, and it was close. The right toe of Nectar Triantis almost playing him onside. Neon tomorrow playing the second game as goalkeeper tomorrow, hoping to have another good game after having a blind in last week, dude. Good luck in your goalkeeper game tomorrow. KFR's heading to work. Whatever you guys are doing tomorrow, hope it's a good one. And I hope you catch all the A-League action. 4 games tomorrow. 4 games. So hectic start already to the second half in this game. Spencer says, forgot to tell you, bro, bought an All-Stars jersey a few months ago and got Cummings personalised on the back. That is very nice. Very nice pickup, Spencer. Here comes James McGarry. Just losing the ball in the middle of the park. And you don't want to do that because he's left some space for Irankunda to exploit. Blackwood finds Irankunda. Alligator is central. Halloran. Good save, Vukovic. Adelaide have come out in this second half firing. So have Melbourne City. They've got a chance. Wanderers just holding on here. Halloran, his strike, palmed away by Vukovic. Good save, Danny. Krasdog in the chat. How's it going? Who do you think 6th place will go to? Ooh, gotta be Wellington, right? Gotta be Wellington. As it stands, it is Wellington. I think they'll hold on, get a result tomorrow against MacArthur. Has Irankunda equalised yet? No, but he's already played a couple dangerous crosses in, hasn't he? And this is one of Irankunda's longest cameos. Usually he obviously comes on later on in the second half, but he's on at half time. So Coach Carl Vert wanting to see some change. Who else came off? So we've got Ethan Alligic playing in midfield, just ahead of SIS. So it looks like Ben Halloran is playing centrally. Alongside George Blackwood up top. Craig Goodwin, of course, on the left, and then Irankunda right wing. So definitely an offensive setup. And meanwhile, City have scored. Marco Tilio has just equalised for Melbourne City. So I've got an update in that game too, which helps Mariners' chances. That helps Mariners' chances of finishing second. Melbourne City have equalised through Marco Tilio. Premiers are back level. Nuno Reis with a fantastic pass into the feet of Tilio. What a run. Marco Tilio, what a goal. Oh, dude, I'm so annoyed that I missed it live now. Marco Tilio, what a goal. Took on like 4 defenders there and scored. Fantastic player. Hey, here's a chance for the Mariners. They're breaking down the left. McGarry, and he's got Cummings central. McGarry, come on. Oh, here we go. Still on for the Mariners. Oh, Nkololo. Ben Nkololo, edge of the box. What a chance. Surely. Strikes. Parried away by Gauchi. Great chance for Mariners on the counter. Oh, my goodness. And thank you for mentioning it, Julian. We've got 2 goals tonight, one from Tulio and one from Tilio. The 2 Marcos on the score sheet. Free kick for Adelaide. Wow. Wow. Drop a link to your music, bro. If you want to check out my music, it's under the name Lockie, L-O-C-K-E-E. Do you reckon a club will get new owners next season? It looks like Perth Glory might have new owners. And hopefully maybe Newcastle Jets. And there is your shout-out, Sydney footballer as well. All right. Lopez crossing. Corner coming up for Adelaide. City on the attack. City starting this second half brightly at Amy Park. Wanderers looking to defend here. City almost in for a second there. Was it McLaren? Thomas with the save at his near post. It was McLaren. So Goodwin's corner here for Adelaide. Decent placement. And Lockie Barr just sending that header wide. Great chance. Lockie Barr. Scored a couple of times from set pieces this season, hasn't he? If I remember correctly. So as it stands, Mariners finishing second. And that recent goal to Melbourne City makes it a lot easier for the Mariners. Now it's all about this Adelaide Mariners game. Don't forget a draw. A draw for Adelaide will be enough as it stands for them to secure second place, but they need to score 2 goals. Interesting, Julian says, I don't know what it is, but whenever Simon Hill commentates a West United game, West United seem to win. There you go. Never noticed that. Krasdog asks, do you think Pappas will be sacked at the end of the season? I think there's a chance, dude. I mean, two consecutive years missing finals. Has it worked out? They've played some decent football here and there, but I don't know. They might need something new. So, yeah, maybe. So 2-0 to Mariners. 1-1 between Melbourne City and Wanderers. Adelaide United coming out firing in the second half. They know they need the goals. Some aggressive changes made at halftime for the Reds. Aaron Kunda. James McGarry with a big test at left back for the Mariners to try and contain Nestor Aaron Kunda. Mariners still pushing high here, just applying the pressure, looking to win the ball back. And the pressure means Joe Gauchi's played that ball out of play, thrown for the Central Coast. So well done, Mariners, just keeping Adelaide settled after that exciting start to the second half from the Reds. Shot stats for the Adelaide Mariners game on the broadcast: 7 for Adelaide, 11 for the Mariners. Josh says Adelaide's goal was on. It was close, man. It was close, Josh, but they showed us the lines and there was a tiny, tiny gap. Tiny gap. Nectar Triantis' right toe almost playing Blackwood onside. It was close. Adelaide attacking. Goodwin. Great chance for the Reds. Well done, Triantis, cutting that out. Fantastic from Nectar Triantis, who has had a good season, the young centre back at Central Coast. Spencer says, fingers crossed, Mariners Wanderers rematch in the final. We could see it. We could see it. Here comes Silvera inside the box. Great chance. Tulio. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Mariners have 3. Let's go. Tulio with his second. And Mariners. Oh, my goodness. 3-0 up at Cooper Stadium. What a strike. What a goal. What a goal. Marco Tulio. Sam Silvera laying it back. Tulio. What a goal. Incredible strike from the Brazilian. Mariners up 3-0 away to Adelaide United. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Insane scenes at Cooper's. Mariners coming here. A lot of people tipped Adelaide. Central Coast are up 3-0. No one saw it coming. And Mariners, you could probably say, it's safe to say, will be securing a semi-final spot. They will as it stands. Oh my goodness. Change for the Central Coast. Jacob Farrell's onto the field for James McGarry. Left back substitution. First ever A-League double for Marco Tulio, finishing the season with a bang. 3 goals in 2 games for the Brazilian. Wow. And that's right, CCMSC. That is why he's in our team. Tulio, what a fantastic acquisition he's been for the Mariners. What a strike from the Brazilian. Adelaide have to go for it. Adelaide need 3 goals if they want second place. 3 goals. This is stunning. This is stunning. Still 1-1 between City and Wanderers. But all the chaos has been in South Australia. That's right, Troy. Because I'm telling you, this Mariners team is different gravy. There's a good vibe. There's a good vibe, man. Nick Montgomery has got this side playing beautiful football. Maresh should come on. Here's a chance. Could Mariners hit 4 here, dude? Benny Cololo's on the ball on the right wing, taking on Kiddo. And Cololo crossing. Oh, dude, Tulio's on a hat-trick here. Dude, if Mariners score 4, it's all over. Look, it's the final game of the regular season. Oh, dude! Aaron Kunda with a huge shoulder. Deserved yellow card. That's dreadful. That's disgusting from Aaron Kunda. Disgusting from Aaron Kunda. Look at this replay. Disgusting. Look, if he wants to go far, he's an incredibly talented player, but he has to get that out of his game. Has to get that out of his game. That's disgusting from Nestor Aaron Kunda. Deserved yellow card. Shoulder charging Jacob Farrell off the ball. Disgusting. Melbourne City. Great chance for City here. Well done, Simmons, with the defending there. Chaos in both of these games, dude. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. And that's the thing. Look, and I say it out of a place of like compassion for Aaron Kunda because he's so talented and he's got such a bright future ahead of him. But you see this week in, week out where he shows frustration. We saw it last week against Perth when he like threw the ball away in frustration. He gets frustrated easily. And if he wants to go far, he needs to get that out of his game. You can't go shoulder charging people off the ball like that. And the Mariners players are almost appealing for a potential VAR check for potentially more for this, which, look, I don't think it's worthy of it. I think yellow card is the correct decision. Goodness me. So we'll pass the hour mark. And just seeing the I mean, it's almost an elbow there from Aaron Kunda. And just the way he reacts too, it's just a lack of maturity, unfortunately. Oh, great turn in Cololo. What a turn. Great chance here, Mariners. Tulio. 4! Yes! Yes! 4-0. 4-0. No, it's offside. It's offside. Damn it. Oh. Dude. Oh, that is the ultimate. Oh, dude, he was offside too, dude. It was so close. Oh, dude, I celebrated so hard just then. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, dude, I thought we had it there. Michael Tulio would have had his hat trick, but it's just offside. Oh, wow. Anyway, we play on. Meanwhile, Ollie Bozanic has just come onto the field to replace Callum Neuenhoff, which is an interesting substitution from Marco Rodin. Ah. Doug reckons the Mariners City final. We'd love to see it. I'd love to see the Mariners go all the way to the final, man. Head clash between George Blackwood and was it Nectar Triantis? It was heavy clash too. We hope they're all right. Nectar Triantis and George Blackwood both copping Heavy head knocks. Meanwhile, substitutions in the City game here. Matthew Leckie, Thomas Lamb coming on. Lamb coming on for Nuna Reish. Matthew Leckie set to enter the field to replace Richard van der Ven. Spencer says, love the new frame kit in the background. Thanks, man. Can get you a better one if you don't mind a bit of orange. We'll pass on the Brisbane Raw kits. Thank you very much, Spencer. Doug says, this is looking dangerous. It could be 5 or 6. The way it's going. And great to see both players back on the field and running, involved in the head clash. You should get Lewis Miller back. Oh, dude, we'd love Lewis Miller back at the Mariners. Stormaroo, though, having a great season right back for the Central Coast. Sydney footballer. Unfortunately, I can't say that because as it stands, Sydney is red and black. Can you say Sydney is going out first round? That's probably most likely the outcome. Yeah, here's Cummings. Cutting inside, playing it back. Max Ballard, Silvera, trying to flick it through. Adelaide can clear here. Nestor Aaron Kunda appealing for a foul, nothing giving. Wow, man, still plenty of time to go. Half an hour or so to go in these games, including injury time. You don't think so? Does Sydney FC get knocked down in the elims? I can't see them beating Wanderers or Adelaide, man. Can't see it happening. Adelaide with a bit of space here. Goodwin. Craig Goodwin cutting in on his right, looking for the strike. Doesn't pull the trigger. And well done, Triantis getting that clearance. In fact, it was Ballard, I think. Dude, this has been a superb performance from the Mariners tonight. Nisbet and Kololo. Josh Nisbet. It's 3-on-1 here. Mariners are away. The crossfield ball. Probably not the best, just behind Silvera. Tulio's in the box. Oh, across the face of goal and no one's there. What a chance, dude. What a chance. What an opportunity. Oh my gosh. Dude. Mariners. Is it on for them again here? Adelaide deal with it again. Wow, dude. Wow. Good one. Blackwood on the left inside the box. Chance for Adelaide. Blackwood cutting in. Good block. This has been a superb defensive display from Mariners so far, hey? Meanwhile, in the City Wanderers game, it's City on the attack. Wanderers looking to hold them to this point as it stands. Mariners just looking so dangerous on the counter. And if they get that fourth, then it's game over for sure. Will Western Sydney Wanderers play at home next week? Yes. As it stands, Western Sydney Wanderers will be playing at home and finishing third. They will be playing at home and finishing third, which means they will take on whoever finishes sixth, which is most likely to be Wellington Phoenix, which will be a replay of the game we saw last week. We saw Wanderers outclass Wellington Phoenix at home. Silvera. Farrell making the overlap run. Farrell can recover this. Chance. Corner. So Central Coast corner here. It'll be interesting to see if they commit many players forward. Wow, dude. Yeah, I can't believe this, man. Still can't. I'm still in shock to this scoreline. No one saw this scoreline coming. 3-0. So it's just the second corner of the match here for the Mariners, and it's going to be Marco Tullio. Caltac, Triantis in the box, so Mariners are committing numbers forward. Delivery from Tullio is curling in. Headed away. Well done, Josh Nisbet, getting his body in the way. Playing it up again for Tullio. And Kololo. Headed away. Man, dude, we gotta go standing desk mode, man. We're gonna go standing desk mode. Give me a second here, guys. Get rid of the chair. Final 20 minutes. It's time for the standing desk, ladies and gentlemen. Oy, standing desk. Let's go. All right. Christian Theoharis is going to come on. Meanwhile, we have a sub in the Wanderers City game. Cassini Yengi's come on to replace Romain Amalfitano. Silvera's coming off to be replaced by Christian Theoharis. Doug said, Doug in the chat says, someone said 4-3 Adelaide. I'd be worried. Surely not. But here come Adelaide now. Well done, Farrell, cutting that one out. As time goes on, it becomes less and less likely for an Adelaide comeback, man. Julian says, I reckon West United will announce a couple of departures next week. Yeah, a lot of those bottom six sides. I'm sure we'll hear some news regarding player movements real soon. Besides Origin Sydney Derby, I'm not sure what you mean by Origin Sydney Derby. So I assume you're just talking about the Sydney Derby. Which is the best rivalry? Sorry, in Australia. Got to be Melbourne Derby after the Sydney Derby. Oh, here's a chance. Theoharis. Oh, great save, Gauchi. Great save, Gauchi. Christian Theoharis. Theoharis still looking for his first Mariners goal, man. He's had so many chances. So many chances to score through Christian Theoharis. Oh, besides State of Origin, I see you saying. Best rivalry in Australia, probably the Sydney Derby. Yeah. Sydney Derby. Or the Melbourne Derby, you know, they're the two biggest, of course. Another corner for the Mariners, but Adelaide to deal with this one. Dude, 20 minutes to go. Mariners are up 3-0. Still can't believe it. And it's Melbourne City 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. As it stands, Mariners are set to claim second spot. 2 points clear. Adelaide will finish fourth as it stands. Dude, Adelaide fading away to finish off the season. Crazy. Julian says Wanderers need to snag the win for history's sake. Chance for Adelaide. Dude, Mariners are dealing with these crosses well. Triantis again cutting this one off. That's a poor giveaway from Farrell. Straight back to Blackwood. Still on for the Reds. Cross straight to Vukovic. Man. Holding on, dude. Dude, if Adelaide do, I'm still nervous as it stands, man. If Adelaide get one back, there's still plenty of time. Mariners have had chances. Oh gosh, Farrell Mariners have had chances to hit a fourth. They haven't quite taken it. Oh, Goodwin has some good space here. Craig Goodwin. Well done, Triantis. And that'll roll through to Vukovic. Another sub for Melbourne City. Scott Jamieson is coming on to replace Aidan O'Neill, so resting some players here, Melbourne City now, by the looks of things, in preparation for the semi-finals. Julian asks, what do you think if there was a state of origin type game, Victoria versus New South Wales? I wouldn't mind it, but I would. It wouldn't be an idea that I'd be suggesting if I was in charge. You know, the rugby league obviously has that already. It'd be okay. It'd be fine. Does that mean City v Adelaide if Adelaide go through? That's correct. If Adelaide win in the elimination final, they'll be meeting Melbourne City, which will be a rematch, a replay of last year's semi-finals. Yeah, man. How do you become a big Aussie channel? I only have 1,000 subs. I don't know if I'd call myself a big Aussie channel. I've got almost 2,000 subscribers. But just get a post consistently. I think that's a big thing, that's for sure. Very common piece of advice, I know. Consistent posting and engaging with the community. Spencer says Socceroos v Galwaits should do a 3-game series every year. It'd be cool, but just tricky with the international windows. And obviously in the international windows, they can only play 2 games, hey? A 2-game series would work like we did last year. Oh my God, dude. Oh, Wanderers have just scored. Wanderers had a penalty and it's been scored. I was so busy reading comments and watching the Mariners game. Nicholas Milanovic has just scored for Wanderers and they're up 2-1. Against the run of play in the second half, Wanderers have scored. There you go. And lucky Mariners have that buffer. Still keeps them in second place. Tom Glover made the save, dude. Oh, dude. Barella's penalty was saved by Glover. But the follow-up from Milanovic. Wanderers just scored. Wanderers just scored. Man. Are you going to watch the new Taika Waititi movie on the American Samoa national team? I literally discovered it this morning. I watched the trailer for it this morning. It looks kind of fun, hey? I love Taika Waititi in his films. The Kiwi. Yeah, it looks fun, man. It's cool to see him doing like a football-related film too. That should be cool. So Wanderers find a second goal against the Premiers, and now City have to chase back. City already on the front foot. Great chance. Great save. Follow-up is in. City respond instantly. And is it Tilio again? I think it is. No, it's McLaren. Jamie McLaren adding another goal to this special season for the City striker. It's 2-2. Well, the game doesn't quite mean much in the way it stands at the moment, does it? Or does it? Actually, yeah, I could be wrong. I think am I right in saying that if Wanderers draw, do they finish? Dude, this it's so hard keeping track of everything. Like if Wanderers draw, no, they're ahead on goal difference above Adelaide, of course. So if Wanderers lose, Adelaide finish third. Anyway, Adelaide have a corner here. Headed away, straight back to Goodwin. Goodwin's delivery. Oh, dude, what a delivery. Away by Farrell. Strike from Irankunda goes wide. Hasn't quite worked out for Nestor Irankunda this game. Not having the same impact he usually does. That's right, Jason. Goals, goals, goals indeed. Plenty of goals so far this game. Both games. And we're going to see a double change for the Mariners here. Jason Cummings off to be replaced by Maresh. And Harrison Steele is coming on into the Mariners midfield. And he'll be replacing We have to find out who he'll be replacing. Max Ballard. Predictions for Wellington v Macarthur tomorrow. God, I've got a Wellington win, man. Macarthur have been struggling. Phoenix to get the win, I reckon. That's right. J-Mac on the score sheet. City 2, Wanderers 2. Jamie McLaren responding instantly after that Milanovic goal for the Wanderers. Poacher's instincts from McLaren. Fantastic. Dingo loves it, says come on City. Oh, heavy challenge. Was it Triantis on Goodwin, I think? No, on Alagic. These games are definitely living up to the expectation. Maybe with some scorelines we weren't expecting. Penalty City, is it? Have we got a penalty Melbourne City? Oh, we do. Dude, thanks. Dude, you guys are keeping me on check. I keep missing these things. That's the tricky thing with having to manage a chat, a live stream, and 2 games. Melbourne City have a penalty. Another penalty chance here. It's going to be Andrew Naboot. Andrew Naboot, so not Jamie McLaren. Andrew Naboot. Here we go. Oh, dude, I love that from Triantis. He just gave the Adelaide fans the scoreline. So good from Triantis. Second time he's gone off injured tonight. Here's Naboot for the penalty. Great save. Oh my God, what a save. Lawrence Thomas. Incredible save. Dude. Oh my goodness, what a save. Strong hand from Lawrence Thomas. Oh, that's Mark Schwarzer-esque. Incredible. Spencer says Lawrence Thomas, keeper of the season. Fantastic. So we've passed the 80th minute mark. And Adelaide still yet to score. Adelaide coming forward now. Well done. Farrell's been good since he's come on. He's been focused. Dude, that was hilarious from Lawrence Thomas. It looked like the pat from his teammate on his back was what injured him. I'm sure it wasn't. But anyway, Yenny Mbikoto has just entered the game for Wanderers. City with a chance. Wanderers deal with it. Can Mariners break away here? Find a fourth. That's going to be a second yellow. Aaron Kunda just fouls the man. The promising attack was on. Mariners players not asking for the second yellow. Had to be, surely. Wow. Speaking of yellows, we've just got one for Scott Jamieson, who's having a bit of a laugh. I didn't see what it was for. Is Aaron Kunda lucky to be on the park there? Newey Jets says he switched to the other game because Mariners are in control. No worries, Sydney footballer. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Appreciate it. Did Aaron Kunda deserve a red? Well, potentially a second yellow after that challenge. Anyway, here comes the Mariners. Tulio in Kalolo. Tulio's going down. Maresh in the box. Mateus Maresh. Adelaide defenders deal with it. Unclear. So I'm sure we're going to see a frantic finish in both of these games. Adelaide 0, Mariners 3. 2-2 between City and West Sydney Wanderers in Boston. You've arrived right back at the at the right time. Good to see you back in here, dude. Free kick wonders. Sorry, Adelaide. 4 teams. 4 teams. Can't keep track. Not long to go. Not long to go in both of these games. In the final stages. So Goodwin has a free kick. And even though it's 35 metres out from goal, it's always dangerous when Goodwin's delivering. Great delivery. Good save. Vukovic, solid. Wow, man. Oh, given away by Caltac. Goodwin in the box. Still on for Adelaide. Halloran. Irankunda. His shot goes wide. This has not been Nestor Irankunda's night. Not at all. Introduced at halftime. An informed player hasn't had the impact tonight. Oh, well done, Stormery, cutting off that ball. Mariners could break ahead here. Theoharis chooses not to pass. He does now. Nisbet. Josh Nisbet. Benny and Kalolo. Theoharis. Or is it Maresh? Yeah, it's Maresh at the far post. Throw in for Mariners in a good position. Looks like Mariners are going to hold on to this lead, man. Adelaide have ran out of time. Here come Wanderers. Keep an eye on this Wanderers City game too. This one's level. Anyone could win it. Jacob Farrell just fouling Irankunda there. Yellow card for that? So Jacob Farrell gets a yellow card for that, but Irankunda doesn't get a second yellow for breaking down a promising move just before? Consistency, man. Oh, dude, it's barely a yellow card, even that Farrell tackle. Little nudge in the back. In Adelaide's defensive half, nothing. Wayward pass. Mariners win the throw-in. Let's go Central Coast. Isaias has been put off his game by these Mariners midfielders today. Now Maresh. Oh, well done, Mateus Maresh. Fantastic play. Playing it in. Steele. Yes! 4. It's Harry Steele. He never scores. And Harry Steele has just secured a semi-final place for the Mariners. 4-0. Absolute insanity. No one saw this coming. No one saw this coming. 4-0. What a move on the wing from Maresh. Harry Steele. Little deflection, but he'll claim it. Mariners into second place and into the semi-finals. It's all over. This has been one of the best Mariners performances we've seen, man. Incredible. What a goal. What a move from Maresh. Incredible. The Mariners fans at Drifters Wharf celebrate once again. Huge result for the Mariners. 4-0. And not only is it a massive win, but it's a huge statement now too to the rest of the teams in the top 6. And it's a first goal for Harry Steele. First ever A-League goal. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he scored for the Mariners in the Australia Cup previously. But that's his first A-League goal. Congratulations to Harry Steele. Dingo says Adelaide going to choke in the finals. Fire up the CCM band indeed. Mariners are up 4-0. Wow. Adelaide stunned. This has been a comprehensive performance from Central Coast Mariners. And look, dude, it could have been more too. Mariners have been great. Well done, Thea Harris, with that challenge. He's come off second best. Goodwin delivers away by Trientis, who has been superb this game. Mariners just looking to hold on to this clean sheet here would be massive for them. But the confidence heading into finals. Well done. This is pretty remarkable stuff we're seeing tonight. This is crazy. Dude, has the substitution board in the City Wanderers game just gone down? They're using like an old-fashioned board. They're using an old-fashioned substitution board in the City Wanderers game. Geordie Boss is coming up to be replaced by Scott Galloway. Here's a transfer, Craig Goodwin. Goodwin. Well done, Nisbet. Cleared by Vukovic. Josh Nisbet has been incredible tonight. Josh Nisbet has been incredible. Danny Vukovic, the Mariners captain, screaming at his players. They want to hold into this clean sheet, man. It'll be interesting to see how much injury time we get. Chance. Aaron Kunda blazes high. Wow. So look, Wanderers in winning positions twice tonight, but it doesn't matter. If Wanderers were to get a winner here, it wouldn't matter. They can't take second place because Mariners have put in the performance of the season tonight at Cooper Stadium. Incredible. Incredible. Doug says, imagine a last-minute winner in the City game. Look, it's still on. City are pushing. If anyone's going to get it, it's going to be Melbourne City. They've had more of the chances this game, Melbourne City. But credit to Wanderers for holding on. Oh, Aaron Kunda has just lashed out. He has to be sent off here. Aaron Kunda has to be sent off here. Aaron Kunda has to be sent from the field. This is ridiculous now. He's lashed out off the ball for a second time. He should have been sent off 5 minutes ago. There's some push and shove amongst the players. Aaron Kunda's not happy. Aaron Kunda's running around. Well, Chris Beath has to take control here. This is ridiculous. What's going on? Yavi Lopez isn't happy. There's some words between Tulio and Isaias. Got to be a second yellow, right? Got to be a second yellow for Aaron Kunde, is it not? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. How is he still on the field? How is Nestori Irankunda still on the field? This is barbaric now. This is truly remarkable that Nestori Irankunda has not been sent from the field. 2 times he should have been sent off. Chance for Adelaide. They've scored. Consolation goal for the Reds here. Disappointing after such a comprehensive performance for the Mariners. Disappointing, man. That's frustrating. Ryan Kiddo scores 1 late. City and Wanderers are in injury time. It really is quite remarkable that Nestor Irankunda hasn't received his second yellow in this game. I can't quite understand it. It won't matter in the grand scheme of things. Mariners have come here and put on a fantastic display. But that's the frustrating thing for the Mariners now. No clean sheet. City coming forward. Tilio. Tilio scores. City win it. Melbourne City win it. It's Marco Tilio. The Premiers. Too strong for the Wanderers in the end. Goals galore, man. Goals galore tonight. Marco Tilio scores. Wanderers defense torn apart tonight by Marco Tilio. What a performance. Matthew Leckie with a really, really intelligent pass. And then the fancy footwork. Is it full time? It is. Full time. Central Coast Mariners 4. Adelaide United 1. A huge, huge win. Huge win. 10 goals tonight across both games. That's right, Doug. What a result. What a performance from the Central Coast Mariners. Harry still getting his first ever A-League goal. Final seconds in the City Wanderers game. But as it stands now, Mariners finishing second. Let's have a look at the ladder. Mariners have finished second, ladies and gentlemen. Huge. Their highest ever finish since 2013 when they won their grand final. Wanderers game is still an overshot off the post. So close for an equaliser for Western Sydney. City asking for the full-time whistle. Dude, it was Tom Beadling, of all people, for Wanderers getting forward. That was Bozanic with the strike, in fact. Oh my goodness, dude. Chaos everywhere. Oh my goodness. Full time. Full time across both games now. Adelaide 1, Mariners 4. 3. Western Sydney Wanderers 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what a night. What a pair of matches. I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it, man. Crazy. Spencer in the chat says, disgusted about Irankunda. A real shame, dude. A real shame. Such a fantastic player. And so fortunate not to be sent off from the field tonight. I still can't wrap my head around it. Twice. 2 second yellows were missed. Really bizarre. Really, really bizarre. And that's right, correctly pointed out by Adam. I'm proud that we've made that we've finally made it in the AFC Cup place for the Mariners, finishing second. Let's have a look at the ladder. Of course, the City Wanderers game has now concluded with City winning 3-2 Tilio with the injury time winner. So this is how the ladder stands. City, of course, we knew they were finishing first. But Mariners have claimed second. Adelaide in third. Wanderers are going to finish fourth. Wanderers are going to finish fourth. And that's what that late Marco Tilio goal means. That late Marco Tilio goal now sets up a Sydney derby. It now sets up in a Sydney derby for an elimination final. Huge. Huge, man. As long as Wellington Phoenix don't absolutely thrash MacArthur, we're going to see a Wanderers Sydney elimination final next week. Oh my goodness. Dude. We're going to see a Sydney derby elimination final next week. We're more than likely going to see Adelaide host Wellington Phoenix. unless Perth Glory put in a big performance against Western. And then that means Mariners and City await those teams in the semi-finals. Dude, huge. Huge game, huge night. Oh my goodness. Oh, Luke, you've just tuned in. Missed some good footy indeed, my man. 2 crazy games. If you're just tuning in, Adelaide 1, Mariners 4, a huge performance from the Central Coast. And Melbourne City, 3-2 win, sorry, I should say, over West Sydney Wanderers. So that's how it looks, man. Will the Brisbane Career Mode episode 2 come in now? Straight after this, man. Straight after this. Keep an eye out on the channel. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. What a night. Thanks so much for joining me. Hit like on this stream if you have enjoyed it. It's been absolutely mental. My name's Lockie. This is Coast Forge Football. Make sure you subscribed if you haven't done so already to keep up to all the A-League finals action coming up real soon. Guys, my name's Lockie. This is Coast Forge Football. See you in the next one. Cheers.